A very good day. We are from Group 2 and we will be presenting on the first OEL with the title The Extraction of Total Polyphenol and Antioxidant from Motherwort or Leonorus cardiaca by solid liquid extraction. For the introduction, it consists of problem statement, objectives, and variables. The problem statement states that while herbs are known to provide health-promoting benefits and have demonstrated antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, analgesic, and anti-tumor activities, there is still a lack of systematic evaluations of drying and extraction conditions on the biochemical activities of culinary and medicinal herbs. Therefore, this study aims to address this gap in knowledge by evaluating the effects of different drying conditions and extraction protocols on the total phenolic content or TPP and antioxidant capacity of motherwort. The aim and objectives of this experiment is to measure the total phenolic content (TPP) and antioxidant capacity of the motherwort under different drying conditions, which are sun-dried, 40 degrees Celsius oven-dried, or 70 degrees Celsius oven-dried, and extraction solvents, which are 80% methanol and 80% ethanol. So the variables of this experiment consist of three types, which are the manipulated variables in under drying conditions and extraction solvents, while the responding variables consist of total phenolic content of the motherwort and antioxidant capacity of the motherwort, while the constant variables are the plant materials used, which are the motherwort, and also the statistical analysis method used, which consists of general linear model with students t-test and Duncan's multiple range test.
Next part, we are going to talk about procedure on the drying chemical and extraction analysis. The first method is drying. Prepare 3 grams fresh leaf samples of motherwort on a fresh weight basis. Then collect tissue samples of the plant from the apical portion of branches and consisted of the youngest with fully expanded leaves, and sun dry the freshly leaves tissue for 4 days and repeat step 3 with using oven dried at 40 degrees Celsius and at 70 degrees Celsius in a forced air oven. For chemical, this is the chemical that we are going to use in this experiment. For extraction, homogenize the fresh leaf samples, sun-dried samples, 40 degrees Celsius oven-dried and 70 degrees Celsius oven-dried with a frozen mortar and pestle in liquid nitrogen. Then extract the tissue for 2 hours at room temperature under darkness in 50 ml of 80% methanol or 80% ethanol with agitation on an orbital shaker at 200 rpm. The centrifuge crude extract at 8,000 gram for 15 minutes and collect the supernatants. Re-extract the tissue for 1 more hour in the same solvent for 2 more times. Then combine the extract and pass through 0.2 nylon filter. Next is to calculate the total polyphenol measurement. TPP was measured according to the Folin Cialcaltune reagent method. Take a measured volume of the diluted motherwort extract and transfer it to a clean container. Then add an appropriate volume of the reagent and 7.5 sodium carbonate in the container containing the sample and stand it for 30 minutes. Measure the absorption at 765 nanometer using a spectrophotometer, then using a standard curve generated with 50 to 400 mgl per liter of gallic acid, express the total polyphenic content as milligram of gallic acid equivalent per gram of dry extract. And for antioxidant capacity measurement, add 30 milliliter of extract to 2970 milliliter of ABTS solution. For calibration purposes, use Trolloc standard as a vitamin E analog, then utilize Trolloc standard with concentration of 0 to 1500 for calibration. Then calculate the antioxidant capacity of the sample based on the inhibition exerted by the standard Trolloc solution after a 6-minute reaction. Then measure the absorbance of the reaction mixture at 734 nanometer using a spectrophotometer. Then extract the TEAC as TE, which represent the micromolar of Trolox equivalent per gram of dry extract. Last is statistical analysis. First, perform the statistical analysis using the general linear model. Then test the motherwort sample by using statistical tests to assess the TPP content and TEAC antioxidant under different drying and extraction conditions. Use student t-test to compare the TPP content and TEAC antioxidant capacity. Use Duncan's multiple range test to compare the TPP content and TEAC antioxidant capacity. Use significant level alpha of 0.05 for the test.
I will present about the expected result of this experiment. So the calculated data is the TPP, which is the total polyphenol content, and TEAC, the Trolox antioxidant capacity of motherwood leaf. The temperature difference is during the drying process of the samples. Fresh sample, which is at room temperature, is around 20 to 22 degrees Celsius. The second sample is sun-dried at 25 to 35 degrees Celsius, and the third and fourth sample are both oven dry at 40 degrees Celsius and 70 degrees Celsius. The expected plotted result is shown in the figure.
Hello everyone, my name is Armin Zakir and my matrix ID is 74185. Today I will continue my part is on safety precaution. On this next slide, where I will proceed to explain about the safety precaution of this handling the chemical, where they are using a proper PPE attire for our own safety purpose. Then we have include the military protection for protection and managing handling the chemical in the well ventilated area where all the chemical are the same method is being used. Always be prepared for the safety operation procedure for handling the chemical to prevent any explosion occur or any flammable any any accident happen occur. That's all for our presentation for today. Thank you.